morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Whenever you are hearing this, I hope you are doing well. So this one's a pretty interesting spread that I just came up with. I've been in a spree to really cleanse. I don't know why there is a sense of urgency, or maybe is it there, or is it, if there is, I don't know, but I have been wanting to just get rid of all those corners, clusters, the clumsiness, just not let anything skip my eye. Interesting how I said. It has been a lot about the eyes lately, and so there is a need to release some pressure from the eyes. And I got this message. This was something around how my guides have been talking to me about really feeling safe within myself, that the messages can, well, they do come through. It's just that we need to allow them, right? So there's probably a reason that I'm talking to you about my experience here. It's also a part of, I think it might have something to do with why this reading is going to be the way it is. So as we talk, I'm just taking some more time to cleanse through the cards. I've already done a full deep cleanse of all of these decks, and there is an intention set that these messages will be only from the love of Divine Mother. Okay, she wanted to come through. Hello. Well, okay. There's also a story that I recently came across in the Hindu mythology. We have a lot of gods and goddesses, right? But the gods have always been born from a feminine's womb, or their presence, their appearance, their emergence has got something to do with the feminine energies. But all goddesses have been self-created. They manifest themselves. There's a reason that we call her the mother, right? The mother, the word itself has a power to it. And what it essentially means is she's the one who creates and nourishes. Only she has the power to nourish. Nobody else can do it like the mother does, isn't it? Do we all agree on that? Of course, won't we? Her power is in how she nourishes. Her power lies in how she creates despite the difficulties, nourishes despite the thorns. Right? So the struggles don't seem to impact her much, because her love is enough for her, and a lot more. Okay, so I think this would probably go on and on and on if I kept channeling. I receive all these messages with a lot of love. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I have only love. So if you are here at this moment, if you're listening, you are wrapped up around this love too. So let's all enclose ourselves in that bubble of love individually. Your energy is yours. You have the power to make choices and decisions at your own free will. Exercise it at your highest good. And that's what the Divine Mother wishes. Okay, all right. So now let's go ahead and continue. This is going to be a path of light spread. So we're going to do a trajectory reading. So it's going to be a path of light reading itself. So what the mother wants to talk to you about is your trajectory, your path that you right now are in. What are your brownie points? What do you expect as luck blossoming? Okay, what do you expect as, what can you expect as blessings? I wanted to say blessings and it turned into blossoming. So maybe it's blossoming, something is blossoming there. Brownie points, and then comes the thorns or the red capsules, the ones that you need to be aware of, Trojan horse virus. Then comes what are your so the path, whatever your brownie points are, whatever your red capsules are, what's your strength and weakness, sort of a thing. Maybe let's do both. What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? And then we'll relate them back to your brownie points and red capsules. And then we'll also see how do you make the best of this path. Your advice towards the end. Your energy booster. There it is. Your booster. Okay, so all decks have been cleansed and shuffled. Once before there was a deep cleanse and now we are ready. Are we? Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, it's been 7 minutes and I'm just now starting with this spread. It's quite high vibe, so it's going to take a while for me to get the messages and really render it to you. Please bear with the slowness of the reading, but I assume that the slowness is meant to calm you down. Okay, well, I'm glad if it does. All right, shall we start? Yes, we are ready. What's the path that you're on? Wise action. This deck is fairly a dark, it's got a very unique combination of colors. Wise action. I still have to fix my camera, so I'm sorry for the focus. It's the card that says wise action, path of light. You are on the path of wise action. Are you already on this path? The intention is your current trajectory. So whatever you're doing now is something that's very wise. Amazing. What are your brownie points? I didn't see this. Your brownie points are the divine will. The divine will. So maybe the divine will are your brownie points. So it is your will that is very divine here. So your brownie points are your divine will, meaning what you become, who you become in this path is your brownie point. Right. What are your red capsules? The mind and meditation. Those are your red capsules. That's funny for me. The mind and meditation. That's your red capsule. Maybe your mind plays tricks on you, or maybe you don't have enough time to meditate. That's also coming through. You see how this place is so beautiful with all clouds and mountains, and in between clothes are drying, right? So maybe your mind is always In your meditation, you're like, okay, I have to go dry clothes. Okay, I have to go ahead and cook food. So that's your red capsule, mind and meditation. How mutually coexisting are those? Those are your red capsules. So maybe you're trying, your mind is messing up with your will a little bit, possibly. But I don't think these brownies can anyway be avoided. You can miss a couple of them, but they always come back if you keep going on. You see what I mean? Interesting. Okay, so what are your strengths in this? I don't think we need the strengths here. We'll probably just pull up the booster. We'll do the strengths and weaknesses in the tarot because they will anyway come in your brownies in this thing, right? So for the brownies and red capsules, I'll clarify what are your strengths and weaknesses in the tarot. So now what we're going to do is we'll get an energy booster. What is your booster? What keeps you going in this path? Subordinate the ego. I love that card. It is so beautiful. It has so many roses with the divine light straight up onto the sky, like that sword of truth that's connecting the sky and the bushes wherever they are. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. That is your booster. Your weakness is your strength. That's why I didn't want to do it. Your flexible attitude is going to be your strength. You're one who does not mind the ego, and you are super powerful. Amazing. Okay, so, and what's your advice in this path? Any challenges? Well, I think those will get covered in the red capsules. So what's your advice? Let's just stick to advice. The one and the many. Interesting. This card always blows my mind because I strongly believe in the one, right? So I'm always like, what is the many? I don't know what the many is. I don't know. We'll see how it comes up. So that's your advice, the one and the many. Maybe just, it's possible that you're opening up, or you are advised to open up yourself to the different possibilities, to the different purposes, It's opening you up to a whole another dimension, maybe. Why not? And I've got Dharma at the bottom of the deck. So this is your path of Dharma. You're walking the path of righteousness. Amazing. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get you some earthly angels, souls and spirits guidance. So this will tell you how... Oops, sorry. I am sorry for the... I hope it stands. Yes, it does. Okay, I gotta find myself a new mic stand. Okay, so this next row will give you some information on how these energies are playing out in the 3D, in the world for you, right? So the first one is your path. Let's see your path. Okay. Let's see your path. Wise action. Blissful. That's amazing. It's a path that doesn't have a lot of worry. Are you the blissful one, or are you making someone else's path blissful? Because you also have the one and the many, right? So it's possible that this could bring in bliss for more than one person. That's what it feels like. Of course it is. It's your path. So it's going to impact you and the others, the one and the many. That's very relevant here. All right. How is your divine will? How are your brownie points presenting? Evolve. Opportunities to transform. actually evolve, opening up to dimensions, perspectives, transformation. You are really turning into a butterfly. A literal transformation sense, you are turning into a butterfly. You may have been in your own cocoon, in your own, my own comfort space, my own space. Now it's time for you to really flap your wings, because only if you flap your wings, you're going to find the brownie points. And probably that will to fly itself is your primary browning point. Your first one is your will to fly, your decision to fly. This could be a real fly as well. I don't know. When we pull the tarot, we'll see if it's got something to do with travel. I have a feeling it's got something to do with you making a change or taking the first step that has to do with something more than you, right? It could also be around creating something, because the butterflies, right, they spread happiness, they fly, they meant to spread happiness. Well, not really. That's not what they exactly are they meant for, but in the whole cycle, all the pain that the caterpillar goes through to evolve into a butterfly and she starts flying, that's when her beauty is most admired. We don't look at caterpillars and say, wow, they're beautiful, right? So even though it's not exactly interesting how that is. So maybe your purpose is what I have a feeling that this whole path could have something to do about your purpose. All right, so let's see what are your red capsules. How are they presenting? Relax. The lack of rest. You see how she's drying clothes in the middle of the mountains. How clothes are hanging in the middle of the mountains. I don't even know if they are the clothes. I don't know what they are, but that's what they look like, right? So your red capsules are wherever you compromise your relaxation, or it could also be people around who don't want you to relax. There are people who want a lot. They may be someone wants a lot out of you. So those are your red capsules. All right, so now what's your booster? Subordinate ego. Harmony. Interesting. Isn't that beautiful? It has the card called spells. Yeah, I got a very funny message. Peace has become so expensive that harmony needs people to do spells. People, instead of doing spells for money, maybe they're doing it for harmony. You never know, but it's your booster energy. So if at all you're doing some spells even to create harmony, it's your strength. It's what is working in your favor. Although this may not be looked like that for others, I think it has got a very shadowy feel, right? So others may feel like this person's doing something behind the doors. Maybe you are doing it behind the closed doors. But this is your strength, because I have a feeling this has something to do with the relaxation. So it's also relaxing to allow your, healthy ego, healthy sense of self to express. That's beautiful. So harmony is your strength, your booster. You thrive to create harmony, and that boosts you towards your success. That's amazing. Advice, the one and the many. Nobody can make this up, can we? You know what this card says? It says peace. It says peace. Just talking about harmony, and peace is your advice, the one and the many. Make peace with energies that don't really coexisting, allowing others to be while you be your best possible self. So the trajectory that you are on is absolutely spot on. That's what the divine wanted to say. And what they gift you further is this will to keep continuing in this trajectory, right? I came across a quote in the morning. Once you receive what you have manifested, ask for the will to keep going, and ask for a wisdom to multiply it. Isn't that amazing? Maybe you don't need to ask. Because you are divine, right? The path of light. You're already on the path of light, so you don't need to ask. It's already yours. Let me repeat that again. Once you receive what you manifest, ask for the will to keep going and ask for the wisdom to multiply it. You probably have both. You probably are both. You are wise, you are strong. So maybe the strength has been a little testing in your journey, and that is what is your brownie point. And your booster energy is exactly harmony. So the more you allow your exercise your strength, weak leaders exercise strength to intimidate others, but strong leaders exercise strength to bring in more harmony into the collective. They allow energies to coexist and work towards a common goal. Not even necessarily work, but be and coexist. Well, that's a very pessimistic word, because we do have exchange of energies is important on earth. No, you cannot choose to be on your own throughout, and you can't always be in groups. There needs to be a balance. Well, balance is a hypothetical, so there needs to be an ebb and flow of sometimes yourself, sometimes the groups, sometimes so there is different. So they all and they all organically flow through people. Sometimes you want to spend time with others, and sometimes others are like, I know. And when this happens, when these energies work are in unison, that's the word. So you try to allow the energies to be in unison, and you allow yourself to be wherever. I don't know who I'm talking to, but you definitely are very wise with energies. That's where you are going. All right. So at the bottom we have a fairy tale. This is somebody's fairy tale here. Well, it's beautiful, I must say. It's also your path of dharma. Why not? It should be a fairy tale. It should be the best one, right? All right, 22 minutes. Let's try and maybe should I skip this one? I don't know if I should skip this or the tarot. It's okay, let's keep going. Could be a fairly bigger reading this time, but it's the path of light. So it's not easy, it's not light, it's not, you know what I mean. It may not be the lightest to carry, right? So, well, it is and it is not. If you believe you are the one carrying the torch, then it's going to be heavy. If you believe that you're just one to allow the light to shine through you, then there's no question of you're not holding on to it at all. You see, that's the subordinate ego that's talking there, subordinate to the ego. So subordinate, no, it's not subordinate to the ego, it's subordinate the ego. So the ego becomes your subordinate. Most powerful card, one of those really beautiful, powerful cards that I've seen. All right, let's get some supporting energies for you, how they're playing out in your 3D. Using the woodland and wardens. So it's got some nice animals. Oh, the possum is at the bottom. Opossum and peony. Bashfulness is at the bottom. Somebody doesn't like your harmony. Independence, that's your path. Beautiful. Beautiful. You see how all of these light cards have had cats. So you are the cat. You probably are the cat. Or maybe you're becoming the cat and lavender. I'll also try and read through these. I wish I had a book for this. If any of you have a book for this one, please let me know. Or I'm happy to receive a gift. Why not? I would happily accept it and be very grateful, of course. So I want to read through these woodland and wardens. I should probably get myself a PDF to read it. So the path you are on is one of independence. What are your brownie points? Romance. The finch and peach. It's very beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm going to use the tarot to clarify all of these. So your brownie points are in the form of romance, right? Romance, well, yeah, on the earth you don't have a lot of different romantic energies. Romance is usually limited to couples. It's very mostly, referred to that age of when you're newly about to get married and all your energies are super high, very passionate, that a high drive and so on. But romance is also the calm and peaceful love that happens when two people are mature enough to know that they've got to live by themselves, and just when they are with each other the joy is multiplied because there is a very romantic energy exchange, particularly or mutually. So I feel that that's something that's relevant here because of the apple as well. Let's talk about it. What are your red capsules? Relax. Oh my god, it's the peace. Your advice is peace, and peace is your red capsule here. That's very different. Maybe someone. Okay, the otter and cattail. I will read through these energies in some time. Let me go ahead and maybe just take a bit of an effort to really read it. Your advice is peace, but in the tarot, in like right now at this point of time, whenever you're hearing it, it's also a part of your red capsule, which means having more of peace is not something. I see how that works. Okay, so this is going to be about just the peace within yourself. Because it's the red capsule and how your peace is threatened, you're always thinking it's your internal peace, it's your mental peace, it's your calm, it's your mental calm. Really allowing your body to sit, relax your mind, and just be in the moment, right? That is your red capsule at this point of time. And I don't know, maybe we'll go ahead and see. So it's possible that this red capsule is from another. Usually red capsules are presented in the form of other people, situations. It could be a job that is very demanding, a person who always wants you by their side, an overwhelming child, so on and so forth. All right, so what is your energy booster? Deceit. You are boosted by deceit. Isn't that beautiful? There is deceit around you. Maybe someone else is doing spells to create harmony, and here you are on your own path. Whatever they do, you are like, I will work on myself, I'll make sure my ego is in check, and I will do what I can the best. So whatever they do, however they deceive, is only boosting you. Well, why not? Amazing, good, keep going. Lastly, what's your advice? Starting over. There's something that you have to let go of completely and just start over. Now, I'm also going to say that there is nothing about letting go here. I see no traces of letting go here. That is done. Whatever was done is done. You just don't have to go back searching for it. You are already starting over. It's your advice. You're already there. That's what it looks like energetically. So what you're advised to do is just make that change. You see how we were talking about the will? Just take that first step. Once you've set the intention, you probably have also got a cue from the universe. The Three of Wands may appear. The Three of Wands, to me, what a reader really gave me a beautiful description is, the Three of Wands is when you have the drive and you have also accumulated the tools in some way. It's a question of how to put them to use to go towards your stability, your fourth wand. Right? It's all energetic. The wands are a lot energetic for me. Okay, hang on. I have to calm down a bit. The wands get me going. No pun intended. Hey, no pun intended. The path of life. Well, I don't want, please don't, I sometimes come across people who think that the wands are not great. So they say, you're on the spiritual path, you're doing a path of light, and why are you talking about the wands? But you see, the wand, the Ace of Wands, is handed from the divine. So your creative life force exists within all of us. Without that, people can't create. And knowingly or unknowingly, the striking of a match is what causes a fire, right? So the action of striking is not pleasant. It's the same with us. Not always is it pleasant unless the matchstick and the matchbox are friends with each other, if you know what I mean, hey? Yeah. Alright, so now let's go ahead. So there is bashfulness. Probably you have a matchstick who's always brushing you. Or you are the matchstick and they are the box. So I don't know how this is going, right? There is someone, but it surely feels like there is deceit around. So you have to start over and just maybe not give too much importance to the deceit. At the same time, don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. Because it's a fox, that's why you're the cat. So keep an eye, keep an eye. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify using the tarot. I got the Rider-Waite tarot with me here. Let's clarify. It's 30 minutes. Never done a huge reading like this, but I'm enjoying it. I hope it's of use to you. Independence, 3 cards each. Independence, the Devil, 8 of Pentacles, the Tower. You've been working on breaking free from your patterns. Well done, amazing. Wise action, good. What's your brownie point? Magician, the tools, 7 of Cups, options to use it. Ways to put your tools to use, 4 of Swords, thinking of them. So you will get more, you'll probably get, it's coming out 2 ways. You will either allow yourself, the 4 of Swords is really thinking or just resting, calming, right? Allow your mind to calm. Calmly look at the options to put your tools to use. So that's what is your divine will. That's how it's presenting. It's the romance. I don't know how the romance is supporting here. Maybe this magician is another person. This could be, well, another individual who is really looking out for how they can use their tools. And maybe, they may choose to come in, and that could be your brownie point. You never know. I can't see them coming in, or I'm not going to clarify that part. This could be you or another who's actually contemplating their options for how they can use their tools. All right, what are your red capsules? Knight of Wands, passionate movement, quick, impulsive movement. Knight of Pentacles, slow movement on the other side of the spectrum. Red capsules, 3 of Pentacles. I don't know, this comes across like someone who wants to collaborate and invest long term, and this is a Knight of Wands. I don't know if you should take this up. It's probably likely that this is your threat as well. This person is who is threatening your peace. Maybe the Otter and Cattail is the energy of peace. And what's the earthly soul? Relax, right? So maybe someone is rushing to collaborate, but they're presenting they want to invest long term and collaborate, but they are very impulsive, right? And I feel like you are the magician. Because you have the tools, they want to bring in their tasks that can be done with your tools. The Pentacles are tasks, right? Real time, effort and energy. So maybe they want to collaborate with you because they see that you have the tools. So they want you to work with them, invest in it long term. They are a Knight of Wands, so they're rushing in. But they are your red capsule, bear in mind. Don't waste your time and energy there. Likely they will drain you of your relaxation and try to close your options down. So you don't want to give too much energy here. Just bear in mind that they are there and just keep them at a distance. That's what this comes through like. All right, what's the booster? Needed a booster. I need a boost now. Should probably go ahead and take some, maybe have a mango, have some cold water It's super hot these days. I love the sun though, it's just that drains me towards the afternoon. I'm like, I'm done. Okay, energy booster, deceit, the sun. This could be a Leo. Just speak about the sun and the sun comes out. Eight of Wands. Ooh, a lot of happiness that's coming in. Or could be a lot of ego. Two of Pentacles. Someone's juggling whether they should come in or not. But this is your booster. Or is it you? I don't know. I have a feeling this Eight of Wands is incoming because it has the deceit, right? So maybe someone wants to come in with a lot of pride, ego. Like, could be this Knight of Wands who's coming in with the sun in it. Like, they want to bring all of their child. I'm like, I'm so happy, my happy self. Wow, I'm so happy. Let's enjoy, sort of a thing. And then they are like, okay, how do I give? How do I do? What do I do? What do I say? Two of Pentacles is like really juggling this idea of coming in with all their love, brightness, joy, ego, pride. Everything is all bright and shiny and glittering. No idea what is good or bad there, right? This could be this Knight of Wands. I don't know. Oh, I want to move away from this energy. Lastly, let's go to your advice. The Snake and Fern, you want to start over. It's a bit of an Ace of Wands for me there. Seven of Wands. Protecting your boundaries. Death. Transforming. Page of Cups. Wow. Opening up to something. Defensive. An energy of defense that is getting transformed into a Page of Cup, and emotionally, creatively expressing, opening up with love, right? The Wands has nothing to do with love. Let's get that straight. The Wands have nothing to do with love. If at all they have anything, it is about your self-love. Not even about your self-love, it's about creation, right? Birthing is not love. The child the child is the energy between the mom and child is love, but birthing as such is difficult. So embracing this energy within and then allowing it to really push through, that energy is the Wands, right? So the Seven of Wands is almost like either saying no, don't disturb me, or just saying, I will protect mine, or I will not let you come into mine. Seven of Wands is that. And then changing that into Page of Cups, really offering something. I don't know if you are the Death here and someone else is really coming with their Page of Cups. Who do we have on the table? We've got a Magician here that feels like it's you. Then we've got a Knight of Wands and Sun, who's probably a very impulsive young fire sign who wants to work and wants to come and talk but doesn't know what to talk. And this not knowing what to talk somehow is your booster. I don't know what that's about. Maybe they are deceiving and that is boosting, that is your booster. I don't know, I don't know. Lastly, your advice, you have the depth. Maybe you have transformed. You have the Tower in the beginning, so possibly the Death is also your energy. So your advice is to really clean up this energy of defense, because you likely have been very busy defending yourself from others, the one and the many. So maybe it's now time for you to move and open up to new opportunities. Starting over, Page of Cups, definitely a creative business idea for sure. Go ahead and open it up. Just don't worry about defending yourself. It's now time to express yourself like the child you are, like the happy child you are. That's about what we had. We have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Sure, why not? Of course it will be stressful. These are huge energies that we've read in just 40 minutes, You've broken free of some patterns, and your advice is to really get rid of that pattern of defense, or maybe defending yourself during the time you were working on yourself, and now you really have to open up And this Page of Cups is facing inward. So first allow that love within yourself. Allow your child to play. Allow your inner child to play. Maybe play with your child. Why not? Inner child to play. So take some time to really drink from your own cup too. Fill your own cup and drink from your own cup too. It's a very interesting way of saying. I never said it before. What's underneath the Nine of Swords? Ten of Wands. Oh, a lot of responsibilities, strength. Wow. The Moon. You've been carrying a lot. The Ten of Swords. Don't tell me. Ace of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. So this is an energy of betrayal that you are letting go of. That is also taking away a lot more of other burden that you have been carrying, which may or may not have been yours. We don't want to know that. It's not your business to know whose burden is it. It's a burden. Just let it go. Anyway, let it go, whosoever it is. Yeah. All right. I hope this message serves. I hope it finds you in a place of love coming from the divine herself. Have a good rest of your day. Lots of love. Be gentle with yourselves. Bye.